Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Today, this House will vote on important bipartisan legislation designed to rein in costly federal regulations. The Regulatory Accountability Act will modernize the federal rulemaking process by directing the executive branch to fulfill its statutory goals in the least costly method and requires agencies to solicit input from all places but the public to find the most efficient regulatory solutions. The Regulatory Accountability Act is necessary because ineffective, inefficient regulations from Washington have increased prices, lowered wages, killed jobs, and made our nation less competitive. There is no question that these regulations are hurting hardworking families in Michigan's 11th District and throughout our great nation. The facts on Washington's overregulation are shocking. Federal regulations now impose an estimated burden of $1.86 trillion. That burden is suffocating America's job creators. It equals roughly 15% of every household and 11% of our gross domestic product. To make matters worse, the new regulations are cooked up in Washington, are often unnecessary, and have unintended consequences. I spent 30 years in business and have seen firsthand the devastating impact overregulation from Washington can have on our economy. We cannot expect our job providers to grow and hire more employees if Washington is creating uncertainty, surprises, and continuing to bury our businesses in costly regulations. Every dollar that is spent complying with needless regulations is one that can be spent by families who are trying to put food on the table and make ends meet in a challenging economy. Mr. Chairman, the American people sent us here to work together to address the many challenges facing our nation. They sent us here to craft solutions to create jobs and make opportunities for all Americans. So I urge my colleagues to join me in supporting the Regulatory Accountability Act so we can begin to lift the burden of federal regulations off the American people. It is time to get the government out of the way. I yield my time back.